It's hard to be seen, it's hard to be heard, especially when you feel really scared. To be seen and to be heard. I'm speaking this from a place of a new beginning for myself, and I'm sure many of you watching also yearn for a new beginning. Perhaps you have a calling, a yearning within you that is ready to be birthed, but perhaps that yearning also is really scary to you. Maybe you've hidden it deep within you, thrown it under the rugs of life, misplaced it, displaced it, hidden it. Perhaps you haven't allowed yourself to feel it. You've stuffed it down with food, drink, alcohol, distractions of any sort. Perhaps you've tried so hard to do other things in life, but nothing has worked, yet you feel this yearning, burning desire to do this one thing, this one aspect of your own creativity, to express it in this world. I'm here today and I'm with you. My channel is called Kelly Martin Speaks, and I love to write. I love to walk, I love nature, I love travelling. I love connecting, and I'm highly empathic and intuitive. But the one thing that I've hid myself from and haven't done enough of and have felt so scared to do most of my life has been public speaking. Kelly Martin Speaks has been almost a direction my soul wanted me to go into, but I was so reluctant and so resistant because of childhood programming and fears that came from that. So I'm with you on this. I'm with you. There is fear. There is a lot of fear. And I'm going to ask myself, my inner self, what I need to hear as I begin this process and step onto my pathway of speaking. I'm going to do a workshop this weekend called Be Seen, Be Heard, to help people overcome the fear of shining, which is ironic because that's what I've been intuitively guided to write about and speak about. I recently did my first radio interview. See the link below if you would like to listen to it, which was a huge step for me. I was scared, I was shaking in my boots, I was crying before I did it, but I did it and I allowed my intuition to speak for me. So let's see where this takes us. How do we move from being hidden to being revealed and seen by the world? There's that saying, feel the fear, but do it anyway. But so many of us have been programmed with such deep, intense fears that it has felt impossible for most of our lives. If we wanted to write, to speak, to start a business, raise a family, meet a life partner, we may have held ourselves back because of those fears. So what do we do? How do we move out of that? What is it that's holding us back? What is holding me back right now as I step onto this new journey, this new path? Being with the not knowing. Are you afraid because you don't know what's coming? Are you afraid of the known coming to an end? Is it the old that you're scared to let go of? Is it the old story, even if it is an uncomfortable story? Are you afraid to let it go? Are you ready to be seen, be heard? What is it in you that desires this place? What is it that you're scared of most of all? Being seen as a fraud, a fake. Maybe you feel like you need to be perfect. You need to be ready to start your journey. And that you feel like you're not quite ready now. Or not yet. But will you ever be ready? Is anybody ever ready? Did those that started new projects, new businesses, anything in the public eye, did they feel ready? Or did they just feel this burning desire to be themselves? Not everyone's going to like you. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. But perhaps the reason you've held yourself back for so long is because you're afraid of your own power. You're afraid of your own light. Perhaps there is a light inside of you that has been getting brighter and brighter, even though you've tried to hide it, and that has been where the discomfort has been coming from. You've outgrown your old shoes. They no longer fit. And it's ready to expand. You are ready to expand. To raise your light, to bring it out, to allow it to be seen. But it needn't be so hard. Because remember, those that are watching, those that are reading, those that are seeing, learning from you, they probably need your message more than anyone. And those that don't need your message, you can just let them go. Let them fall away. They don't need your message. Can you be in that silence? Am I seeing you now? Are you feeling vulnerable to be seen? Is that discomfort what is needed to come out of you, to come through you, to be worn as your heart on your sleeve? Perhaps this world needs your special brand of you. That vulnerable, scared, uncertain feeling, because more than likely a lot of the world feels exactly the same. And as you express that, you are giving other people permission to be that and to know that there's nothing wrong with that. You're lovable exactly as you are. Even in the midst of pain. Even in the midst of sorrow, fear, sadness, anger. It's frustrating to hide your light. I know this only too well. I've hidden mine for probably 38 to 39 years, and it's been excruciatingly painful. to do so. I put my hand at so many things, I tried out so many things I was enthused with passion to do, but they were never seen, they were never heard, because I did not feel of value, I did not feel that my light was worthy of being seen. But why is it not worthy of being seen? Am I some mistake? No, I'm not. And there's nothing wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong with you either. Somebody may have told you along the road that you were wrong, or you were not good enough, or that you were not of value, but it's simply not true. We're missing something great without you here. We're missing your spark, your light, your world. The world needs to see you as you are right now. Begin where you are, even if it's small to begin with. Even if it's just taking one small step. Do it today. Even for me, the video today is my step forward again. It's time that I started to speak and not be afraid that I'm speaking for too long. There is some ego stuff up here that tells me I'm speaking too slowly and that I'm speaking for too long and that people may be bored. But if I'm not okay with my own silence and my own slowness to understand and process this, then neither will anybody else listening. So if people have switched off, they are not meant to be my audience. They are not meant to hear this message. I'm someone that is very sensitive, and I imagine you may be too. I'm sensitive to a lot of loud noises, people who speak really fast. I can't cope with the salesmanship way of people recording videos, for example, the very super fast razzmatazz, pom-pom cheerleading style of doing videos. I can't take that in. I can't process it. It upsets me inside. There's not enough space for me to feel and integrate what I'm hearing or what I need to see. So I hope that you realize that you don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to be like the crowd. You don't have to follow what everyone says you have to do. I'm keep getting told you have to have a brand, right colours, right website, right this, speak in a certain way. Make sure you're saying certain things to get across to your audience, but I can't do it. It's tiring, it hurts. I am me, and the right people who need to hear me will hear me, even if it's 1 or 2 people, 5, 10, who knows. I hope that in being in touch with my emotions and allowing my vulnerability on screen, that I give you space to feel your feelings, and I give you space to recognize your own truth, and I give you space to know how worthwhile you are and how valid, valuable, enough, beautiful, needed, required you are on this planet. Required. You are not here for no reason. You have a purpose. Even if it's being a wife to a loving husband, a parent, someone who sweeps the roads with perfect joy, someone who feeds the birds, someone who paints, draws, runs a business, is an actor, who speaks, who writes, who creates with their hands, who simply loves. Your purpose could be just to love. Love the world, love yourself, love life. It could be so simple. It doesn't have to be complex, and it doesn't have to be loud and fancy. Just remember that when you're thinking that you're not enough, you're more than enough. And I hope that this video helped you realise that. And I hope I get to speak to you more about this, and I face more of my fears and allow myself to be seen and heard more and more each and every day. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and thank you for watching all the way until the end of the video. And I'll speak to you soon, and perhaps I'll update you on how my workshop goes this weekend, where it's going to be very challenging for me, but I feel like it's going to be worthwhile. Thank you.